You know,
Well, honestly, we probably would have done better at RV there yet if it was just us.
Wow.
But I figured it would be churlish to go without Danica.
Nobody's listened to the end of Remap Radio yet. You can't just do that without sir, an ounce of context.
Oh my god.
You can imagine. I think people watching the stream can imagine what transpired during that fateful Remap Radio.
Rob,
I wanted to have a nice year with my friends.
I'm gonna need you to put on some mood music, actually, because I don't know if you know, but at CES, it's where innovators show up, and so I'm just wondering if you could click this YouTube video that I've got on here, and it just kind of like low key get us in the mood as we. I don't think we can get a copyright strike for this one. I think it's
yeah. You think it's safe?
I think it's.
You want to hit play on that?
Oh, yeah. Hold on, then. I can.
Do you need the video or is the music enough?
No, we just need the audio.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It all makes sense. It's just the power of imagination. We just want CES to rock our world. I think about this. I think about this song at least once a year. I believe we've played it on a video, a stream before, but.
Just make sure my out is going to the right place.
The Bears beating Green Bay, though. I refuse to believe until it happens. Show me 0-0 on the clock with the fourth quarter over, and then I'll believe you. Until then, I think they're going to kick a field goal with 2 minutes left in the fourth. That's what I feel.
Tactful Ogre, is that a compilation of Yabushige grunting? Yeah, it is. I was looking for how to style your hair like Yabushige, but there's no guides.
This NASCAR heat. Tonka Town.
Oh, you can just we don't have to listen only, just like in the back. It's just kind of be in the background if you want to bring it down.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, you were saying about Yabushige? I mean, I know we're always talking about Yabushige. Have you not heard this song before?
No, I don't know what this is.
All right, okay, maybe turn it up. Or maybe turn it up, actually. And I thought we were all in on the joke, but...
Entertainment rocks my world. Infogram is innovation. Power of imagination. Infogram is entertainment that rocks my world.
Innovative.
There's more to mayhem, risk and clue. Girl of outlaws, moons and moons. It's not enough to love what we do. We love and deliver magic.
I like the part that we threw Rob off was like, did they just say test drive?
Take it higher. Taking it higher. Are they saying infogram?
Yeah. Infograms is innovation.
Infogram.
The power of imagination. It's entertainment that rocks my world.
Okay, let me tell you what low-key makes me the angriest here. I never pronounced it infogram. Look at how it's spelled.
I think this is a Ubisoft. Isn't this a Ubisoft situation? They're a French company, right? Isn't this what?
Infogram. Infogramé.
This reminds me of what was the
Infogram rocks my world.
I listen to this once a year.
Hell.
I remember it exists, and I look it up and I listen to it. Like I'm like, oh, I don't listen to the first 30 seconds. Nope, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing.
This reminds me of when Microsoft paid for like a Bruce Springsteen tribute cover
Oh my
to roll
god.
out Vista. Oh no, oh man, why is this only 144? Come on, we can do better than this.
We can do better than this. Oh,
Maybe we
I'm not
can't,
sure
though.
we
Maybe they
can.
try-
That's like-
maybe they tried to
That's gonna be
disappear it.
VH.
yeah.
Well, that's just VHS quality, right? Like that's all you're gonna have as a
We
backup.
just had 480.
No.
You could do like 480 on a VHS.
I think in your brain
Yeah.
you're remembering 480 as being high def, and like it turns out it was
No, I mean
140.
144 though is nothing.
I'm
Look
just
at-
saying
That man
what
is made
kind
of squares.
What kind of backups do we think we're making of this?
Yeah, it's well. Like, again, I think they tried to delete all evidence that this happened, because there's a point. I don't know if this is one of the videos where Ballmer comes out or not. I mean, it feels like you had to work hard to stop him from appearing and start dancing in that era. So
was that him in the background of that shot just before?
I don't. They're all squares,
No,
unfortunately.
I can't tell. We need more.
All right. Yeah.
Hacker and virus detection. I love it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The name of this channel.
They were bought by Atari. They're a French company. Yeah, sure. That all makes sense.
Shoutouts to the prawn bot.
Well. Anyway. So what is the first thing we want to tempt Rob with? This stream is called The Tempting of Rob, so I'm just curious, like, people like Patrick, do you have something you want me to look at right away?
No, I don't. I don't. This
you
is
think will lead me to-
all off the top. You know, the one this was prompted by me sending you the BlackBerry MagSafe adapter thing for the iPhone. Thinking that maybe that would be something that was in a Rob buying a piece of tech wheelhouse. But otherwise, yeah, I've not looked at any of this because I thought it was best that we did it as a family.
No, agreed.
Well, I mean, look at it this way: rather than what can we get Rob to purchase, what can we get Remap to purchase?
Oh, we're implicating the whole company in this one.
Yeah. Like, what if instead? What if we spent the chat's money on purchases from CES?
Great.
The IKEA cubes are pretty cool, actually. Have you seen these?
Okay, no, are these this?
Well, I guess that's a summary. You'd find them in there, but that's what they are. They're $10, and they don't produce a ton of sound. And obviously, they're not going to produce any bass.
Are you kidding?
Do I need
me?
to send you
Okay.
my Verge subscription login?
I think you need to. Yeah, I think you need to do that.
Okay.
because
I'll send it to you privately. Do you want to see it?
Yeah,
Verge,
no,
Verge, don't look, but I do pay for it.
Here, do you want me to put you behind a?
Yeah, put them behind a tab.
No, let me just log in with Patrick. You don't use this login for anything else. We're all going to be reading The Verge on Patrick's sub now. Yeah, I'm already a subscriber. I am Patrick Klepek. Infograms.
Sharing passwords across the nation. Hey, what are you doing? Why did you go back to his login? Why are we on his desktop? Kato!
Fucking Kato.
Be a producer!
Well, I feel like they
Doing
could
a
have guessed
bit.
your email.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not. I've had that since I was 16.
That one's been compromised many a time.
Oh, I feel like every other day I get a you've now been pwned for something from that.
Oh, you got one of the high quality passwords, Patrick.
I mean, man, I'm all one password up. You could leak that, and then I would just change it 2 seconds later. I might change it after this stream. Lock Rob out of my Verge subscription.
You petty bastard. How dare you?
I shall not. I shall not.
All
The
right,
prawn
we can
master.
go back.
That's what I should make the new password.
Just
We do share one. We have a remap one password vault. We got a family one too.
But I guess somebody didn't add their Verge subscription into it.
To the remap one. I'm sorry. I didn't. I bought it for
I think we can
myself.
go back now, Kato.
okay.
Yeah. So it's this thing. So they're $10 a pop, and they come in like fun little colors, and they sync up together. So, if you just want to have like a bunch of, music at like a party, and you don't want to like mess with your bespoke setup or like keep your like nice speakers in an area, you just like spend $50 on these bad boys and 5 little tiny speakers. It seemed neat.
Calsup. I would like to
Yeah, I
put some
feel like-
calsup on my.
Yeah,
Sandwich.
let me see let me see. Do they have like? I wonder if they have like a vibes video. Like sort of like, because I want to see like, have they made like the Nintendo equivalent, like with the Nintendo ad version of this, where it's like just cool people hanging out with their hundreds of calsups. No,
I'm
it
not sure they're
doesn't look
out
like
yet,
it.
so these are just announced. So here's the
that
thing.
first one though. That's that.
Oh, there you
short.
go.
What does that short show us?
Is that short? Well, that's definitely AI
This
next
is
to
the
it.
Calsup, IKEA's new cute, colourful Bluetooth speaker that costs just $10. Each one features instant Bluetooth pairing, so
Yeah, I
you
feel
can
like-
put
yeah.
up to 100 of these together to play.
Oh,
your
hell yeah.
tunes.
100 of them. You would need at least
100 of
100,
them.
obviously, to really get the full experience.
Well, they should only sell it in bundles of 100.
On the side and a pairing and play pause button on top. It comes in white, pink, and lime green. And
Can you
charges via
imagine like the
USB-C.
charging
IKEA says the battery should
accessories
last
you would
9
need to power your
hours at
100
50% volume,
your 100
so you could
Calsup
surround
array?
yourself with cute, portable, cubic sound
Because
all
you're
day.
trying to figure out which one died of the 100 in your house.
This is the
See, now
Calsup,
what I
IKEA's
actually think of
new
with these
cute,
speakers
colourful
is I want to
Bluetooth
buy
speaker
one
that
and then do the
costs just
equivalent of when people buy like those little
$10.
cricket
Each one
noise
features instant
objects
Bluetooth
and like
pairing,
hide that in
Oh my
somebody's
God.
house. But you could hide one of these little speakers
together
behind
to
somebody's
play your
shelf,
tunes.
Worth the
Bluetooth to it,
$10.
and
Yeah.
then that's right. I think I've convinced you
And it has
of buying a couple of them on that idea alone. Like, imagine if you
That's
heard
hilarious.
the infogram song. Like,
You couldn't tell where it was coming from.
Where's the innovation? Where's the entertainment that's about to rock my world? So here's the thing. Every time I look at because IKEA does make lines of accessories, and I haven't bought any of them. They make little lamps with like speakers in them, but none of them have made sense. But on the list of things that Robbie wrote about this week, the list, things that like, there's things that you should do, but then I need like a separate list of like, I need to idea bank this, and I have these 2 shutters or 2 windows that have curtains on them above the couch in the downstairs, the one that's right outside here. And the only way to move them up and down is to climb on the couch because of the position of the couch. So I just never do that. And if they get pulled up, they stay up for weeks at a time. If they go down, they stay down for weeks at a time till somebody climbs on the couch and puts them up and down. And so I am enchanted by the idea of getting automated window blinds for not the whole house, just a couple of places. And it's right there because I want that to like go open at 7 a.m. and close at 4 p.m. And IKEA does make automated window blinds that go on a schedule. And so this is me just trying to convince myself that that's what I should just buy those at some point.
Dr.
Yeah.
Puppy in the
Users,
chat does point out there's that one Flaming Lips album
Yeah.
that came in how many parts?
7, I believe. I did it with a friend in high school.
You could
We
get
had
7 different of these at least.
At least if we did it with the IKEA little speakers, the sound would be consistent. Whereas we had we were in high school, like we didn't have a bunch of devices. It was like,
Right.
Can we borrow 3 little Discman speaker things from down the street? Like we had 7 different objects playing the music all at once. It was incredible.
New gaming accessory, Dragon.
I mean, hell yeah, that looks good. Oh shit! So you have dragon eggs as your decor. Okay, what better way? This let me just junk my hue lights.
Yeah, who
The hell
needs a
with
hue
that.
light when you can have a dragon egg? How much are they? We have to find them.
Enhanced
gaming?
dragon egg.
Yeah, be real careful searching for this one.
Yeah. Sexy
Oh, God,
dragon egg with Bluetooth.
Well, and enhanced too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we enhancing? That's
Uh,
IGN going for some low-hanging fruit on their CES coverage this week.
It appears to all be games stuff, but no.
Is there like a
Dragon
website
Egg
just for
Light
enhanced gaming?
Enhance? No. Who are you?
Kind of.
Where is
I
this?
meant to ask. When I did the latest letter series with Rob, I didn't
Yeah.
get the Gemini prompt. Did you
Yeah.
actually go through customer
Yep.
service and get them to? All
I
right,
did
it
that
worked.
whole fucking
It
thing.
worked. We freed ourselves.
We freed ourselves.
Until they turned that off inevitably.
Yeah, God.
I
There
laughed
we
because
go.
I went to go turn it on or start a new
You
document.
had,
I'm
you had to
like,
talk to a person.
Yes, I had to get on a fucking
God.
chat
sent-
with the person.
I
in order
sent Chia a Reddit thread of somebody being like, "Here's how you talk to the."
Yeah.
You might even be talking to an AI bot, but you get the AI bot to turn
In
on the setting
theory-
to turn off the AI bot.
Yeah, in theory, it does say that I had to exhaust the AI bot first, and then they sent
Get
me
to
to
a
a person. Yeah,
Hell yeah!
computer gaming.
Yeah, they haven't. So this.
Oh, they
is-
haven't
I'm not
updated
sure
their
this is
their
real
newest
Yeah.
stuff. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
I'll be honest. I feel like this is maybe not the strongest product that you can bring to market. I feel like that's kind of a niche, offering. I think. But I could see that really making some. But I'll bet LARPers can already make better stuff than this. You know what I mean? Like they're home brewing better.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
sure. Well, I would assume, given that it's a CES, that has some sort of not what's the word for it? Like when you have stuff that's synced up to the games that you're playing that change color based on the hue stuff. That's baked into Nvidia's stuff, right? Like in the GeForce experience, you can kind of set that up if you have the right lighting equipment.
Yeah, that's right. If you talk to the right device, Rob did this, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Alan Wake
I
or
did the
something
Q
like that?
sync thing. Yeah,
Q sync, that's the thing I was trying to think of.
it was
Okay,
great. That's the shit.
Yeah. Well, should we click through to the CES tech you can already buy? And get some.
Hell yeah. Some fresh.
Yeah. Is
Oh, is that
Elgato
a-
making
is
a
that-
keyboard
Wait.
Elgato built into a keyboard?
with a Stream
Stream
Deck
Deck
there.
built in?
That's pretty smart.
That's actually
pretty sick,
That's
actually.
actually yeah.
Into a full and it's a mechanical keyboard, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're giving you the clicky keys while you get your little bubble keys to.
And it
turn the
has
lights on and
knobs. It has knobs. Oh shit.
I'm
Eight-
sad
That's
the
pretty
knobs. I have not found a way to get the knobs on my Scarlett to be a knob on my Stream Deck. I have knobs on my Stream Deck, but I don't have a way to alter the volume of my mic
You
using.
can't, unfortunately, because it's
No, you
it's
can't.
physical hardware. This is the thing.
Yeah.
We're still analog over here, so that's fun.
Seems pretty nice. Yeah.
That is a smart
Yeah.
idea.
All right. Maybe delayed.
How
Santa
tempted? Yeah, how
will
tempted are you?
Leave that in Kato's
by this
stuff.
one?
Not terribly, because
Okay.
I'm not like driving the streams that often, so it's like less necessary.
That's fair. I already also have my big
Yeah.
control thing, so specifically a Steam Deck is less important for us, but
I don't. So I have one, and it is
fun.
like so. There are primarily what I use it for. Like it is more useful. Yes, when I am driving a stream, I have it like buttons to switch scenes and things like that. I have a button to turn the stream on and off. But like honestly, like the best thing that this thing does is I have a button that turns on my 2 lights here. Like I have a button that turns them on, it turns them off. Yeah, mine's much smaller than that. And
right.
and then it turns on a light, which is actually a Hellraiser cube that tells my wife that I'm streaming. So these lights go on, and these lights only go on when I'm streaming, and my wife knows that I am streaming.
That's very
because
good.
the Hellraiser cube goes on upstairs.
Christina was asking me for something like that. Like we should set something up. It's like, oh yeah, I can probably figure something out.
So I just bought. I had an extra, smart plug around the house that ties into HomeKit, and then I made a shortcut that automates. And then also the lights are on. So the lights are technically quote on, like flipped hardware wise on all the time, and then the power is just being flipped on to those, and then the Hellraiser cube when I hit the on and off on the Stream Deck button. So like that alone is like makes the Stream Deck like now you could just make it. You can turn a shortcut on Mac OS into just a button on your dock, so you could just do it that way. But I like the clicky button. I like the clicky
button's
button.
fun.
I do like J, unmedicated in chat. They gentrified the numpad.
Yeah, I mean nobody's using the numpad, but might as well,
Oh, it's such a good
The
way.
numpad is something that
we were
people tell
close,
themselves they want, but
the
never
Rob
actually
temptation count
use.
is still at $0 right now. This is not.
Yeah, still
that's
not
true.
tempted.
Okay.
Okay. I don't smart lock foot. No, I don't need it. I don't care about that. Ooh, wait, hold on. Now hang on, see that? That's pretty neat.
Well, how
Little-
close to the ground are
little
your
swan
couches?
neck. Okay, so even there, it's probably 2. No.
You know what I
My
mean?
couches
Like
are lower
they're
than
showing a
that.
pretty particular use case, which is couches much higher than I think how most people have their couches.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's
Right?
a neat
Like-
idea, but it's just not
Can
gonna work.
you buy the same thing you use to prop up your car when you need to change a tire? Just bring that in, prop up your couch, then get out your
Oh my God,
Bosch
like those-
Unlimited 9.
Oh my god.
Both IndyCar and endurance racing got rid of people running up to the cars with jacks. They now have air jack systems where jacks like pop out from the car itself. All furniture should ship with that.
So you
where
can
it just
clean
like,
it.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think I don't think I've ever had a couch that is that high.
I have one currently.
I did
My
shortly
couch is
after
that
I
high right now.
really fucked up my back. I got a pretty tall love seat, which I loved. It was good, but yeah, now I've got one of those very low couches, and I like that too.
Wait, what is that? What is that anchor thing?
This
Oh my
Why is
God.
it-
baby charger.
Why is it winking?
It's got a screen. Hold on, you have to see this. Oh my God, let me see. I don't know if it was on which social platform it was on, but it's an image Anchor was using to promote this. It's just a 45-watt charger that has a little winky face.
It has a little winky
it.
face on it. Okay, that's what I was trying to parse. Is like, did I see that correctly? What are they doing here? What is the point of this object?
I think it was on Blue Sky. Let me try and find it.
Is
But the Anchor was they were promoting this with an image of somebody excited about a product like this because all of their digital objects were they basically showed somebody with a power strip next. That was the closest thing they had to embed. Like you get up and you might have like a charger or a thing of water or a lamp. No, this person had a power strip as the first thing that they had next to them.
Wow.
I don't know how I would find it.
Got
You
it.
made
So
it
that's
very hard.
yeah. So this thing for that person, this thing will keep you company at night.
Yeah,
Anchor
should
charger
talk
loves
to
you.
me.
it's
at
my
that point.
friend.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, where's the tech that? Hang on. Okay,
All right.
they're making a Dolby Vision 2, the sequel to Dolby Vision. Oh, come on. 10,000 nits at peak brightness. What are we doing? What are we doing here? This.
Well, but how big what does that mean? Okay, so why is 10,000 absurd?
Oh, that's just a ridiculous peak brightness.
Okay.
My OLED CX, which is a bit old, but like it's one of the dimmer OLEDs, but I find it pretty workable unless it's an incredibly bright room. I think peaks at 800 nits.
800.
Yeah. So, and these peak luminance things are, so that's like probably a value. It's like a theoretical max, like a 10% window fully illuminated, like can blast out that kind of brightness. What you would see in reality would be rare, but I think here they're showing you, like, if you live in a penthouse that is a glass box with like direct sunlight streaming down 18 hours a day,
right?
You need this TV.
That's the use case. The use case is if the only place that you can put a
you need
TV.
to punch harder than the sun.
Right. 20,000 local dimming zones too.
With my TV,
My God.
I simply just live with the fact that from 2 to 4, you shouldn't watch anything on it when it's dark, when it's bright out. It's also an extremely old TV, so it's not exactly working.
Well, so there's one other thing about the ridiculous brightness values, Patrick, that I have heard already they're starting to run into. Brightness comes from power,
Sure.
which also means heat,
Yeah.
which means cooling, which means fans.
Yeah. Oh, so
So as these TVs
gotta
are
cool
getting
your
brighter,
TV.
as these TVs are getting brighter, they are starting to make audible noises. As like,
Oh, come on.
as you're just watching TV, more and more of these like super bright TVs are also like, what the fuck is that little hum? And it's your TV because it is like pushing itself so hard that it is now like running fans to cool itself. So there is the brightness wars, and that is predominantly what they're marketing these days. Is like, this TV is even brighter than last year's, and the gains are getting increasingly marginal. Hence, like, if you need to like watch TV outdoors, this TV can do it. But the issues you're running into is like more of them are becoming like slightly noisy, and they're like pumping more heat into your room.
That sounds awful.
And what's worse,
I thought we got rid of the heat issue once we moved off of, CRTs and stuff.
We brought it back.
How did we bring it back? What are we doing?
No, I mean, like heat is pretty part and parcel of LEDs. It is just the light itself
Pretty
doesn't
cool.
get.
Yeah.
Where the heat happens is different with these things, but no matter what, like, as you're pushing them harder, you start generating more heat. I think I don't know if it's universal for some of these
And you
models,
gotta be ready
or
to-
if it's like you might get a lemon, like you might get the TV that hums, and it's not supposed to hum, but your TV just might be one that hums.
Right. So my ears already hum though, so maybe I should just lean into this.
So it doesn't matter.
Do you think the hum of the TV? Now they haven't figured out, like, we have all this technology in the world, but we can't get my ear to stop ringing when there's no sound. So couldn't I just tell myself that, sure, I have this hearing affliction, but if I just get a powerful enough TV, it's almost like I'm playing white noise for my ears all the time. Can't pick up on that. Focus more on what I'm watching on the TV.
That could be. I think you should talk to your doctor about whether consistent white noise is good for tinnitus.
It is. It is.
Oh.
It is basically the only thing you can, other than, well, so what I've done for it is my ear, nose, and throat doctor was very insistent. He's like, okay, so you're going to go home and you're going to try and read a bunch of remedies for this. I'm sorry. I am. What you can hope for is that it doesn't get worse, and that you don't make it worse, and that you should just try and get used to it, and your brain will actually begin to program it out. Not entirely, but you can kind of push it in the back, rather than require like looking into like home remedies, or there's a thing that people swear by where you tap the back of your head. People fucking swear by it. I didn't do any of those things. He just like, my doctor's like, invest in like fans that are audible enough for your ear to pick up on, but not noisy enough to bother you, and put white noise machines around your house. And we were already doing that stuff, so that's why it ended up not being that big. I mean, it sucks. If I could pay $30,000 to a doctor to poke a needle in my ear and make it go away, I would. But it has not actually been all that disruptive.
Yeah. Maybe ambient music is for you now. What if instead of just like white noise machines, you just put album repeat on music for airports? And your family will love it too.
Lo-fi music for airports, is that one of the categories of one of my services?
No, that is that's one of the famous like foundational ambient albums by Brian Eno.
Okay,
so that is it's sort of one of his experiments with ambient music. It is a great album, and it's sort of by definition designed to sort of just inhabit space and create sound.
Look, I love his Windows startup music. Why wouldn't I love his Music for Airports album as well? I think you're onto something here.
Damn right. Whoa, they're saying they're getting to 100% coverage of the BT 2020 standard. That's okay.
What's that?
That is that's a color gamut like measure, and so 100% coverage is like you can produce every color with that TV. No TV hits that. No TV covers that sort of spectrum wheel. They all trade off somewhere where they can't be 100% accurate. But they're arguing now with these RGB LEDs that they can, which is it's a bold claim. I'm excited.
Did you see that there was something about Dolby Atmos was announced this week, but that they're like different cars that support Dolby Atmos?
What? Cars with Dolby Atmos?
Here, let me
Dolby Atmos car.
If you just Dolby Atmos CES, like you'll get your suite of announcements related to this.
Okay. Let's see.
I think that's what I read is that first one you're trying to click on. Dolby sets the new standard for premium. Yeah.
From the Dolby newsroom. I feel this is not an objective source. I feel this is Pravda for Dolby heads. Okay.
So if you scroll down, there's two things. One, there are cars that just straight up have speaker combinations and tech that I guess support the Dolby Atmos standard.
Yeah.
Then there's another thing where is like support for CarPlay that does spatial audio. The sort of like Apple. If you ever put like Apple AirPods in, and you keep spatial audio on, which you should turn off. It's not a useful feature. But like if you walk away from your TV, it makes the TV sound like you have distance from it.
That's kind of cool though. That part is cool. Like when you turn your head and the sound.
The amount of times cool. I've put my phone on a surface and haven't been able to find it. that would help me with. It's like, wait, let me just turn my head with my headphones on. I can see what room I left my phone in.
So you can know how far you want your music to change in proximity based on where you put the phone down in the kitchen. I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
So here's funny though. Like, it's Dolby Atmos for your car, but like that doesn't really matter. Like anything with Dolby Atmos, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're like doing sort of like mega like crazy mix for your car. It just means your car is going to be receiving a Dolby Atmos signal, right? Like as opposed to just a stereo signal that it's mixing to all its various car speakers.
It really I also feels like, I don't know if this is actually true, but it feels like one of those things where if you're already buying a high end car, they're like, well, for like another like $1,200, like we can kick in like Dolby Atmos support, and you're like, well, of course. Like if I'm already spending $70,000,
What
why wouldn't
I
I want the Dolby Atmos support?
what I hoped this would be that you could get an uninterrupted like soundscape of the world around you, despite being inside the car, for more awareness of your surroundings. You know, like oh, now I can hear the like person ringing their little bike bell in my blind spot.
Oh my god, no.
But you could duck it under music, right? Like you have music, and then like it would be like, ding ding, or like,
Well, the AirPods
hey, I'm
do
walking,
that.
I'm walking here.
Well, like the AirPod,
those moments, like when
They do
Superman
that
loses his
already.
mind in Man of Steel, where he's like, it's too much. LG Sound Suite.
I think you can do by opening your window. This is what I'm suggesting.
I feel like I've been hearing about this too. They're trying to get to a place where it's like, like trying to get speakers more and more wireless, but where you're not just like wedded to one like manufacturer. I think they're trying to basically create like, how can you create your own?
Is that what? So is Flex Connect like sort of like a? So there's Matter and Threads, right, with home automation devices. Like Matter is a standard in which it should work across like whatever hardware platform you have, whether you're in like Android or Apple or Alexa. You'll get basic functionality that talks to any of those. You might have to dive into the actual app or ecosystem in order to get the full functionality. But like, you bought a light bulb, you shouldn't have to look and see what hardware platform is on the side of that. It should just like fucking work on whichever one that you've decided to get invested in. And then Threads is a communication protocol, like it creates a network of thread devices that like build up quality of strength as you install more of them into your house. So is Flex Connect a version of Matter where it's like you shouldn't have to think about what you're doing when you purchase these speakers? They should just work, or am I thinking of this differently?
It's tough because like here what they're sort of promoting is this idea that's going to work with like LG Sound Suite, which certainly makes me think at that point you're going to be wedded to like an LG ecosystem. But some of the stuff I've heard is that the idea here is that you would be able to buy speakers and like integrate them with a home theater setup, but you don't have to like stay all with one manufacturer like with Sonos. You can just kind of like like that Flex Connect would kind of fill in that gap and give you more flexibility.
Is the reason that something like this even exists because kind of what's happened in the past is if you buy one Sonos, you should buy all Sonos. Like part of the way that Sonos gets you is that it's similar to the way Apple works. It's like, hey, you get one, and then it turns out, wow, it's really nice how these talk to each other. They make that really easy. I'm going to get locked into this ecosystem. Whereas the other manufacturers, it'd be nice if it all talks to each other because in theory they all benefit because then people can mix and match based on
and the people who really need something like this to work is a lot of your like legacies, like your traditional speaker manufacturers who people are increasingly just being like, I want easy, I want it just work. And so they're going to places like Sonos. And so it's getting harder to sell like fancy passive speakers because you need, that needs a receiver, that needs an amplifier. So people don't want to mess with that. And so you're trying to find more solutions for that. But yeah, I have found my own little solutions for some of this stuff. So I like this is nice, but I think I found the best of both worlds.
Yeah, whenever I have to replace this TV, the main TV in the house, which is something I'll probably do in the spring, that will also be a moment to buy a new audio setup because then the family room will be taking on a more permanent shape, and it's like, okay, now I could spend money on like a decent audio. I'm like, I have like an okay soundbar, but it's not what I would want. And I wish it had more speakers, but I don't want to do any of that till I know the shape of the room. And my wife settles on this cabinets, and maybe we can even incorporate like getting the speakers installed and put in a more convenient place and running wires through walls. But
Yeah.
I don't know. The Sonos app is so fucking bad and has been for basically 2 years now that even though I tricked Sonos into sending me a free Sonos Move, which then because of Chia turned into Google sending me lawsuit money over Google Assistant. Like, I made a lot of money I got a lot. But like, I really did well for myself by buying one Sonos portable speaker. And I thought for a second, should I just do the whole house that way? I'll wait for sales and I'll just slowly like make the whole house Sonos stuff. But I hate the app so much that I actually refuse to go down the Sonos ecosystem. And so I don't know where I go next after this.
So are these smart shades what you want?
I do. I kind of want to use these two shades that are above the couch that I just don't want. It ends up making the rooms like so much darker like throughout the year because we just never end up opening those windows. I want that automated, and I don't know that I want to put the whole house on these shades, but like these two windows could be my test subject. It doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter if they work really well. Like I won't put anything like that into our bedroom until these two windows make sense.
We have powered shades. I don't know if they have a schedule that we can put them on, which would be kind of useful.
With powered shade, does that mean you can press a remote and then? Okay. I need it to be. So that's the difference. If these windows are so forgettable, and this is a bit like in the article we wrote this week. Like it's not a high level annoyance, but I will tell you every day that I walk downstairs and I see those like the window shades shut, I go, well, that stinks. And then I go into my office and I forget about it the rest of the day. And then I leave my office and it's 4:30 and in the winter it's already dark and it doesn't matter. I'd want them shut anyway, but it does low key, like one out of, the range is 50. It's like, it's 10. And like, it annoys me like, well, a little bit, enough. Like, that I would like it to be fixed. And so the smart shades seems like, there's two things I've looked into this. Like, you could replace the shades with something cheaper. Then you can get like these devices, like, I don't know how you describe these. What are the shades? Or like they're little balls, like the little circles that like you know what I'm talking about? You kind of pull on the chain.
Oh yeah, the chain of circles. Yeah. The
chain of circles. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can buy a device that will like.
Oh, believe me, Instagram has told me all about that fucking device.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think they work. They seem like they're these giant fucking they look like sex toys that you're going to attach to the chain, and it will make it go up and down. I'm like, that I don't. I guess that's an option. I think instead I should probably the anal bead cord. I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh
They're
God.
like. And so the shades I have now, you're not pulling or pushing anything or twisting anything. There's nothing for me to like buy a goofy object to automate it, even if it looked ugly. These are shades that you push up physically and push down and like sort of just, work like an accordion. So they would kind of probably have to be replaced entirely if I was going to go that route.
Are these things real? I guess I had I knew these things existed. I've seen them marketed, but like, do they actually do stuff? LED face masks?
The red light
I don't
does,
know.
apparently. Yeah.
Hold on, but wait, Chia, are you a red light believer?
I think I have to be because my laser technician is, so.
Because
Apparently-
the
apparently it's
science
good
on
for your
that is okay. Is that true? Isn't there like a lot of? There's a little
Hang
like
on.
the red light thing is
I feel like laser technician has to believe in like
because that's part of their
making
business.
game good.
It's making you believe that red light.
But they're not. But you're not believing that the red, like that part of the spectrum has magical properties.
It's not magical. It's a physical object.
No, Rob, it's definitely that the color red has magical properties. I'm not a
The
scientist.
spectrum. Yeah, no. Apparently, just
So basically,
that
like, if you
spectrum
want
of
good
light.
skin, you should live in like a submarine. Right? Like, it should look like Hunt for Red October with like the action stations lighting. It's all just like red lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think. I just think sensory wise, I could never wear something like that. But then I've never been someone who could handle a sleep mask.
Oh my god!
Like
look at that.
there are people who swear by them, but I couldn't. I couldn't handle that.
My wife has chronic, unending sleep issues, and the sleep mask. She didn't want to get it. She didn't like how it felt, but it was like undeniably crucial in her regulating some of her like deep sleep in the middle of the night. So now she wears one every night. That looks terrifying. That looks like some cheap horror film that I put on at 11:30 when I should go to bed, but instead something's on Shudder, and it's like, wow, it's only got 2 stars, but how bad can it be once I've had 3 drinks?
Oh no, this is like the unethical, like evil megacorp promoting their skincare light thing. You can't remove it. It's like eating their face, and now they're like one with it. And
Right.
Yeah. And they need to like harvest faces like Buffalo Bill in like give it back. I need my face.
Oh man, interesting.
So hang on. What about, was there nothing at CES for e-ink sickos?
Have you seen the MagSafe e-ink display?
No.
Oh, where this was going around on my social medias. Yes. Okay. So this is a separate link.
Okay.
If you look, well, you can look for it. It's just search MagSafe e-ink, and it's the first thing that comes up. You might. I'm afraid, Rob. This is very possible. I know this is not CES, but this is definitely.
Rob, wasn't that it that you just pulled up?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, right at the top.
Yeah, that's it. That's
this
the
is the
back
Verge
of a
article.
phone.
Yes. And this snaps off.
Wait, it attaches to the back of your phone.
To the magnetic, the MagSafe little magnet part on the back of your phone, where if you don't use any of those accessories, it's where you set the phone down to charge. It looks kind of sick. I finally bought a Kindle, and one of my goals this year is to read a book a month, and I'm ahead of schedule. I'm like a book and a half in, but I looked at this and I thought about it. I thought about it. Now you're right, Amoria W. It is a very small screen. You would not want this to be your primary. The idea for me, IMO, would be so in my car, I have a little slot where I have a MagSafe wallet, and that stays in the car pretty much permanently because I really only need my wallet when I'm leaving with the car. There's very few circumstances where I wouldn't be in the car, so I leave it there to remember it. What if I also had a little e-ink thing in there where it's like, oh, I'm going in with the kids, like they're about to eat lunch. I'm going to bring my phone, but instead of like scrolling through social media or some other garbage, like what if I could just work on like a chapter of the book? Like it's
How much is this thing?
I don't
$69.
$70. That's not that bad.
Seems kind of cool.
Do we just sell 3 of these?
I think we sold at least 2.
I think I'm going to buy one. I saw it and clicked away because like I just bought a Kindle. Like I'm not going to buy another one. But now I've like gotten into a habit. I read. It's a very goofy thing. I'm going to write about it for Remap Recommends next week. But I read 5% of the book completion each night. Like, and then whatever is then I have to finish the chapter that I'm on. And then like, that's the rules. Like you pick it like at 11:30, I pick up the Kindle on my couch. I read 5% of the book. And then that's like to get me in like the habit of it. And then hopefully it'll just kind of take it off from there. But like, what if I got a couple more percent in with like this little MagSafe? I think I'm going to buy this fucker. Oh wait, hold. Oh no! Read the paragraph right there.
Oh no! They lack access to the ebook stores.
Fuck!
DRM free books and documents in EPUB and text. Just go find an EPUB. You're fine.
No.
So it's not that I couldn't do that, but the whole point would be
Embrace the calibrate life with the rest of us sickos. That's right, Gondado. Oh my god.
I guess if I was gonna do this, it would have to be a book. Can you run that on a Kindle? Yahoo Anime Rules? Can
You
just
use you use the app to make it into a thing the Kindle can read. And then you can sync to a Kindle, yeah.
So the question here is, can the XT Ink sync with? Because then I could still buy things through the Kindle store, but like if I had a second book, or if it's sync progress is important to me. I'm not gonna buy this if I have to, like, you know what I mean? I want it to all just
that might be yeah.
Because when you pull the car into the house, it would, all right, or use the phone, or I don't know how exactly it's communicating, but like I want it to sync so that I don't have to.
I think in that case you're
just carrying.
Yeah, as Lovick says, synced promise you're probably cooked. You're probably unfortunately cooked in that regard.
Folks, Lego announces Smart Brick, the most significant evolution in 50 years.
Have you seen this?
No.
I'm so glad I'm not into shit like this because it seems very evil.
Wait, so Rob, did you end up not being tempted by that last one? Okay.
No.
What do you read on?
Acid-free paper, or my books reader, or my iPad. Yeah, there's lots of things, or my phone, you know.
Dude, I'm fully
obviously his Microsoft Surface. Oh no! Poor Microsoft Surface. Oh no! Oh no! Why is everybody talking? Oh, it's right there. It's right over there. Is it
charged?
It's at my desk.
Can you turn it on?
I can.
Would it turn on?
I identified this a few weeks ago.
That Nathan Fielder image, all of my friends are standing right off screen.
The Microsoft Surface at the bottom of the sea.
Is that thing still getting security updates?
God. Lego announces Smart Brick, the most significant evolution in 50 years. An entire computer, myriad sensors in a 2x4 Lego brick. This is just a Lego. Okay. What is it?
When it detects NFC.
Oh, okay. So this is like they're Skylanders in your Lego playsets.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're going to obviously start with Lego Star Wars. This makes a lot of sense. The humming lightsabers and roaring engines. I could hear it out. I could hear it now.
I can. I don't know. This is the no, because here's the stuff that I was. But like, I actually didn't like toys that had like sound effects when I was a kid, because I'm sorry, I'm gonna make my own sound effects. Like, your little canned sound effect won't match the drama of this moment, right? Like,
also the way that you hear it in your head when you say it is more accurate than whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like, I'm sorry, like the kids have a little thing called imagination. They don't need, like, don't worry.
That's kind of the whole thing with Lego, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, Rob. You think this is for children?
It's Lego. Oh right, no!
Of course, I forgot.
Oh no!
I forgot. That's kind of cute, though. You Imperial March plays when you put Palpatine on the throne. Of course, we all know that they never actually play the Imperial March when Palpatine is in the frame. They play Palpatine's theme. Imperial March is for when like stormtroopers or Vader are doing stuff. But
right, of course.
The dead speak. That's what I wanted to say. When I know it's not vocalized in the movie, but was it vocalized in Fortnite?
For a second, I thought this was $160,000, $962 Vader throne room set, and I was like, "Damn, they're really." Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Wait, why does that set? Hold on, can we scroll back up to the image of the set? Why does this look scuffed? I'm sorry. I feel like their Star Wars set used to be better.
It does look a little.
It's a little chunky. That's a child, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a child. Oh, this is that looks more like it, the one with the big one. I always thought it was very silly when they had these little arms that would like raise a minifig into the sky. It's like I can hold the minifig in my hand.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no, I don't. I do not need a smart brick. I don't need this.
It was vocalized in Fortnite, apparently. Amazing.
Are they doing anything wild with foldable phones? I thought I saw somebody say that they now make like triptych phones.
Triple folding?
I think somebody said something like I'm curious. Just trifold.
It would make sense that people would want to start doing trifold.
Oh,
if
Samsung trifold. Hang on.
Well, because Apple's supposed to have like an iPhone Fold later this year, so I'd imagine people are trying to get ahead of that with something that goes a little bit. Does that turn it into does it turn an actual tablet into a phone? That's got to be so thick in your pants, though.
But not once you fold it up.
This is the Galaxy Z Fold 7. This is the Galaxy Z Tri.
Look at
Is
how
that
wide
Tom?
it is.
Is that Tom?
Who's Tom?
Is Tom a person?
I guess
You know what I'm
so.
talking about?
No, Mark. Kills
Is it
Tom
Mark?
over his website.
Took his website.
Answer all of your biggest questions about
Is Tom's Guide, is that same as Tom's Hardware? Or are those different
Nope.
websites?
Very
you know what I'm
totally different websites. They
You know
have
what I'm
huge
talking about, though, right?
They have
Tom's
beef?
Hardware. Tom's Hardware was like the OG. Like you wanted to go see 3D accelerator, speed tests and shit like that. If you're should I buy the Voodoo card, you go to Tom's Hardware.
This is more square. So no matter how
Yeah, no, they are two totally different sites.
But they have beef. You're saying like that's not just they're mad at each. What's the beef?
Almost all screen.
Well, I think it's mostly they annoy the shit out of each other because they are competing for
Watching content.
SEO and like they're constantly being confused one for the other.
Well, I just did it. So I haven't thought about Tom's Hardware since I was reading Voodoo Extreme and Blues News and Evil Avatar.
Evil Avatar, Jesus, I haven't thought about that in ages.
Didn't he take a right wing turn? It got weird with him at a certain point. I can't remember what exactly happened.
Right back into the apps that you had open before. You just swipe up, and then you see it over here, saved, and then you're right back in, running the three apps.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like not having to
Running
worry
three.
about,
Do I need to run three apps at once?
Do I need to do that?
Sometimes you do with the Galaxy Z Fold 7.
Notes.
You can run like two apps side by side, and then maybe like having a floating
Two.
window.
Two I
Maps.
see.
In this case,
Two I
You
see.
just don't have to worry.
You just don't have to
One of the
worry.
questions that you might have is, okay, so
Oh,
how
well,
much better
thanks,
is
Tom.
multitasking? Is it
You just
about
don't have to
having
worry.
three
Don't worry
apps
about it.
Instead of two, actually, you can have a lot more, especially when you have Dex mode enabled. So this basically gives
Dex
you a
mode.
desktop-like environment. on
Contato,
the tablet
Twitter, Blue
for
Sky,
the other
and
apps
Threads
using
all
Trifold.
at once.
So I could start
Three
doing
times the doom scrolling.
and then I can put
Threads
my
is so
photos,
bad,
Oh my
dude.
God.
YouTube.
I'm so glad I never
Also just
even
easily
tried to
resize
get on it.
But does Threads have a robot that will take people's clothes off for you?
flexibility.
Jesus
I could do
fucking
that if I wanted.
Christ.
So if I wanted
You
to
got you got me there, Rob. You know.
I could do that too. This is basically the closest that you can get. to a
Like
desktop
Twitter
experience.
comes preloaded with a little perv buddy.
If you're worried about folding and
You might get
unfolding
arrested for this with any regulatory apparatus.
Wait, there's a
got
screen
its
on the
ass in air.
back.
don't make any mistakes.
Wait, what?
really?
No, hang on.
Go back,
We
go
need
back,
to-
go back.
And unfolding this phone the
Go back
wrong
more,
way.
go back more.
Samsung actually guides you. The phone app. I
Okay, okay, hold on. Get ready,
This
get
is
ready.
basically
Get ready to
the closest
pause.
that you can get to a desktop experience right on your phone.
Pause.
If you're worried about
See?
folding and unfolding this phone the wrong
No, it's folding and unfolding the wrong
No, no,
way.
go
No, no,
go
no, no,
back.
no, no. There's
If you're worried about
Look,
yeah,
there's a screen, and then he opens it. That's on the back of that.
actually guides you
Oh,
as you're
shit.
doing it.
there is a
There's the one
a
on the back.
panel
For
that's
example, if I try to fold this way, I not only get this notification saying that you're doing a bad thing, but the
You're
phone
doing
still
it wrong.
provides as a
Oh,
feature.
no.
You might not want to break this.
I'm not
Oh,
sure the
no.
phone should work that way. I feel like
The right way to do it.
So
is
it has to
phone-
go that
the
way,
phone
and
says,
then
"You're not
that
treating
way.
me right."
over again.
And then, see, there's still a regular screen, so you can treat it like a regular thick-ass phone.
Oh, yeah.
Are we sure that's not just one of the screens in the front?
It's
but
not
just
because of the way it
becoming a back
folds.
screen?
No, those are all innards. Those are all inside. When you fold it up, see, that's inside, that's inside.
Oh.
Then there's one on the back.
Exposed on the outside when the phone is closed. So the only one that you have access to is this, which
See?
is the 6.5 inch. So when closed, the Galaxy
I'll be
Z
honest,
Trifold
Patrick. I think
and
your
the Z
concerns
Fold
about this
7
thing
both
being
have a
fucking
6.5
enormous in your
display.
pocket,
So you can
I think
use
those are
this
well
as your main
founded.
phone if you don't have a
That
big
looks
screen.
like
Speaking of size, let's talk
Why,
about thickness, 'cause that's one of the
as
trends.
honey,
It's the size of a
why are you
hoagie.
wearing your baggy jeans today? Well, I'm bringing my trifold out.
Wait,
so
look
I
at
gotta make
it,
sure I got
look at it,
options.
look at it.
You could definitely see
Hang
and
on.
notice the difference.
I
You
need a-
feel
I need a
it
size
in your
comparison
hand
between this and
in your
3DS.
pocket. And it's heavier too. So in terms
Like-
of where I would put this,
Wait, he might.
Okay.
Is he
I
saying?
would put the Galaxy Z Trifold in a breast pocket and still be fairly comfortable, but I can still feel it like weighing me down a little bit, or maybe in my back pocket without sitting down. Whereas this, I could put in my front pocket without a worry. So that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind when it
I think
comes
he
to
said
this
at the beginning of this
phone.
segment
But let's
the
give
like
Samsung credit
literal
for it, too, because
thickness.
When open, the Galaxy Z Trifold is actually a little bit thinner than the Galaxy Z Fold
Okay.
7, at about 4 millimeters versus 4.2. And it's just barely large enough to fit that USB-C port. So that's the design. Are there any other compromises? when it
original
comes to the form
3DS
factor?
is
Not when it comes to the cameras, because you're getting the same exact camera system as the Galaxy Z Fold 7.
21
So that means a
millimeters.
200 megapixel wide,
The
12 megapixel
Galaxy-
ultra wide, and 10 megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom. Although with the canvas this big, I wish that you could zoom in a little bit more. That carries over to the selfie cameras too, because you get a 10 megapixel selfie camera for the front display.
Okay,
as
so
well
the
as a 10
3DS is
megapixel shooter
21
for the
millimeters,
inside. So you're probably wondering,
closed.
how long is this
The
thing gonna last on
Galaxy
charge? The good
Z
news is that
Trifold
there's a
is
5600
13
milliamp hour
millimeters
battery on the inside,
folded.
which is the largest
So
in
it's
any
Really?
it's
Samsung
thi-
phone.
it's
That
it's
includes
thinner
the
than
Galaxy
a
S25 Ultra, which
3DS.
has a 5000 milliamp
Okay.
hour battery, and the
Yeah.
Galaxy Z Fold 7 has a 4400 milliamp hour battery. There's actually a battery.
Mun Bandit, can you flick it open like a knife? That is the god, like a switchblade phone. Why isn't anyone? You would feel so awesome if you were like, let me just check, let me just pull up my messages. Schnick.
So you can't say something like that. This will make sense when people listen to the podcast. But Chia would just take that phone and then like throw it like a trying to whip it out like a knife and
Yeah.
just whip it at the ground and it would shatter.
25 watts for the Z Fold 7. Let's talk about
Let me
durability.
try.
While the displays
No,
themselves-
no, don't give the sample to Chia.
7, there is a trade-off in terms of the IP rating. So this is rated IP48 as opposed to
I'll be honest, I don't think I need a
68 for the
trifold phone,
Galaxy Z
though.
Fold 7. And what that means is that
Although this does appear to be the way that Avatar is meant to be
strong on
seen.
this particular
Yeah.
folder.
James Cameron wants you to have a crease in two of the spots of the film
So now to the burning
experience.
question that a lot of people are going to have about the Galaxy Z Trifold.
Yeah.
What's the price, and when can I get my hands on one? Samsung is not giving anything official yet, but they have told us.
Yeah, I
that
don't
it's
think I'm
coming to the
sold on
US
that.
this year. And then when you look at like foreign markets,
Wait, hold on. If I want to hear I want to hear the price,
it's
like the
about
estimated price.
$2,400. So about $400 more than the Galaxy Z Fold 7.
$2,400.
So I think it really comes down to, are you willing to pay extra?
That's an
for that
estimated
extra
price
real
based on
estate, and
comparative
in terms
gadgets,
of the more
but-
power and flexibility when it comes to multitasking. This might sound glib, but I think if you're willing to spend $2,000 on a phone, I think you're willing to spend a little bit more to get something that's going to give you the
Fuck you,
equivalent
Tom.
of a laptop in your pocket. So that's everything that we know.
Is that
so
a
far
laptop
about
in your
Galaxy Z
pocket, or-
Trifold. And stay tuned for our full
I'm at
review to see
the-
if it's worth the
The
premium.
lady at the other
and
side of the
carrying around
bar
something
says
this
to me,
big.
"Is
For
that
more
a?"
tech content, follow us at Tom's Guide on YouTube, TikTok, and more. For Tom's
No,
Guide, this is
no,
Mark
baby.
Stewart.
I have a trifold in my pocket. Is the Z
I do
Fold? Is that the
feel-
Galaxy one that's like the little square that flips open? It's like a flip phone.
Yeah, I think so.
Those are cool looking, man. I don't have a reason to have one of those. But they look neat.
Hang on. Someone's saying the Switch phone does exist, but the link was blocked. What's the Switchblade phone?
Many
Phone like
questions.
Switchblade. Phone like Switchblade.
Just put the name of it that we can search.
The
Yeah.
Z Flip. The Z Flip. That's the one.
The Z Flip.
No. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the
Oh wait.
that one. Click that.
This is the Motorola Sable i890, which is a iDen Nextel device from around 2009.
Okay.
And this phone has a little special secret to it in terms of the way you open the device, as in its folding mechanism. So in the closed position, it just looks like any other flip phone. But instead of using your finger to flip it open like that, this thing actually has a spring-loaded button that when you press,
No, that's not
the phone
Switchblade
flips
like that.
open straight up
That's
like that.
what
Let
do
me
you
do
want
that
it to be?
once
You want it to
again.
come
It's in
forward?
the closed position, and
How do you-
press the button.
Yeah.
over
It has to
here,
swing
which is
out
spring-loaded, and
from the side.
Yeah,
it
one of those
opens
two
like
things.
a switchblade.
It needs to
This
like
phone
pop
is
out
one
like a
of the more
matrix phone,
interesting iDen
or it needs to
Nextel
swing out
devices
like a
that I've
butterfly
come
knife.
across. This specific one as well is a prototype, and I've covered it in a full retro style review
Hey,
video.
go
which
go
you can
back
find
go
up
back
on
to
my
that
channel
search
now.
though. Was there something else that? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This.
Yeah. What the fuck?
The juke?
Check it out. Watch me move, watch me move, watch me.
I do not remember the juke.
Introducing the Juke by
Yeah,
There
it is. There it is. It was real.
MP3 player that flips into a phone because music phones have more moves on America's most reliable.
Oh, surprising guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
guy
That's the
is
Can you hear me
everywhere.
now guy. Wow.
God, that usually imagine
Wow.
those were the days when you market phones by not having Billy Bob Thornton and Luke Wilson for some reason trying to out rugged each other on the TV. Out here in the West, we need good phones. That seemed pretty cool.
So maybe you should get the Samsung Juke. How much is a Samsung Juke going for these days?
Yeah, and like I don't
Can you
know.
connect
I
to the music?
suspect That's
What is it?
doesn't
What's-
work on a network. Yeah.
Well, crucially, Rob, would you be what's your music library running on?
Rune.
Do you think the Juke has Rune support?
I suspect it does not. No. Okay, so I. Ooh. Unboxing video from Rune Labs themselves.
What?
This is the Rune store with an unboxing and setup of the Nucleus Titan. To begin, remove the box lid. Inside you'll find a QR code to the quick start guide. Lift the cardboard tray containing
This
your
is an
Titan.
audio
At the
file
bottom of the
grade
box,
music
you'll
server.
find the power supply.
I didn't know that it was
Insert the
hardware.
cardboard
I thought it was just.
It isn't.
Next.
Well, so
Titan's
okay, okay. So because this is
I thought it was
because
just software.
Power buttons are located on
and that's all it should be. But Rune also does make the Rune nucleus to be the nucleus of your Rune setup,
Sure.
and it uses only the best audiophile grade components to store and play back your
Next,
digital music.
remove the tray.
Right. Of course.
Wait, what are we doing here?
We're adding
Hard drive.
the hard drive, right? Secure.
Align the mounting
Yeah.
tray with your
storage?
drive as shown.
Yeah.
Then
Love
insert
it.
the
Hey,
mounting
Rob,
screw.
want to buy a bridge?
First, reinstall the
Well, what
tray
kind of
and
down
secure
payment are we
the
talking?
screw.
You know, like get some equity in the bridge? We're running a toll?
Then snap the cable into place.
But the point is,
secure the
Rune is
screws
mostly
at the
just
bottom.
software. You run on a
Right.
computer, and
Right.
that's all you should do. Because what you shouldn't
Titan shell
do
attaches
is
magnetically.
get a. Hang
Titan
on.
can be customized with
Again, I need to emphasize because this is all starting because Will was dragging me about this the other night. Because I was talking to Will and Brad, and they found out about Rune, and they found out about the Rune nucleus, and they started making fun of me as if I owned one, but I don't own one. But everyone has a lot of fun pretending that I do, and that because I use Rune, that I must love the Rune nucleus, which I do not.
Certainly does not add up in any other way.
So they do. This is new. They have sort of a more accessible one. The nucleus one. that is going for, what are they charging for these days? They don't say.
Yeah, they're not listing it because they don't want you to know.
Buy.
till
It's
you
just
have-
you gotta
till
click
you-
buy.
They wanted it to be in your cart before you.
$500. Okay.
Oh, look,
Okay.
upcoming price increase. No, I need you to click that. Go back. Go back. Go back.
So I've got. Oh no, it's gonna be $600.
$600.
Okay.
Oh, is it because of all the
No.
shortages and shit?
Shortages / everyone else is increasing their prices, so everyone else might have. I'm not necessarily being saying that's what Rune is doing, but if everyone else is increasing their prices, why wouldn't you?
Oh, wait, is this a level above, Rob?
This is the. I mean, this is the Titan. This is the most. This is elite Rune life here, which you can get with different decorative.
The wood
plates
grain
on
is
it. Yeah,
tasteful.
Yeah.
Is that marble? Is that stone?
Yeah,
it's
I'll be
stone.
honest.
It's stone.
If I'm being honest. It looks bad.
Okay, how much does Rune cost? You paused, motherfucker.
Because their pricing is weird.
What is
Leave me alone.
What does that mean? What is weird? What does weird mean? What does weird mean?
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what the. Okay, so I guess there's something I should tell you right now here. This subscription doesn't get you any music. Like, you bring your own music because this manages your digital library.
Right.
But this is obviously you're paying for a team of engineers to be like keeping the software updated and making this like beautiful feature-rich presentation of your music library work well. But then you could also do lifetime pricing, which these days is going for $829, which I think is like up $450 from where it was when I started using it.
So you should have gotten in earlier when it was.
I should have gotten in. Early. And every year I'm like, well, it's too late. It's not worth it. And then I'm like, well, they increased it again. Yeah.
Right. Oh.
You see, Alice Forever Cemetery, you're losing money by not buying the license now. I would be up on my Rune subscription if I'd be profiting if I just bought it like first thing.
You know?
Yeah, but Rune works with all the music like streamers, so you can integrate. Like, Rune suddenly can talk to all of them. So you subscribe to Rune, then you subscribe to all the different music services, and then you have your digital library. And what could be better or more powerful?
How many music services you at currently?
Anyway, so moving on.
Okay, back to the Verge. Back to Patrick's Verge subscription.
I'm in the process of making a transition with my music streaming. I think I'm going back to Qobuz. But the question is,
you're just making words up.
No, I'm not. Look,
we've talked about Qobuz.
Yes, thank you,
know about
Qobuz. I knew he. Rob was on the edge, and I was just trying to push him a little bit further. I've heard you mention Koba before.
Qobuz, not Koba.
Oh, whatever.
Koba was Stalin's nickname.
They'll rebrand.
But like, remember, like Qobuz, they pay artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think they are significantly better on the royalties front. But the app is really gorgeous now. The app has gotten better. They also, like, the curation is really good. So the question is whether or not we're going to dump Tidal, or whether we're going to dump Apple. But the thing about Apple is they kind of seamlessly integrate a bunch of our Apple stuff, so that's kind of hassle free to use in a lot of contexts. I don't know. And then Qobuz will also, they have, you know what? And we like supporting writing, don't we, folks? Qobuz has its own editorial shop.
Oh,
And it's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
And then they tell you about cool things like DACs and subwoofers.
Okay.
And more DACs. Cool Bluetooth headphones. But they also tell you about good music you should listen to.
sorry, I just saw the price as we scrolled by there for those headphones.
Oh, they started it. If anything's below $1,000, I think they think it's beneath them.
Oh God.
Okay, I kind of want one of these. A Blue Sound Node.
Blue Sound
What does
Node.
it do?
Well, it streams music, and that sounds really like, well, so does everything. But you have to understand.
I don't understand.
In what?
No, I was genuine. I was at. What does it do?
It integrates really nicely with Rune and Qobuz.
Okay.
It can be connected directly to your receiver, so you don't have to use lossy formats like Chromecast or AirPlay, and you can
Okay.
instead stream pristine audio to your receiver from this, and hear it as it was meant to be heard, really. And it's got a cool little display on the front.
Oh, like the Anchor
And-
plug.
But better than that, it's niftier.
Oh, it's got multiple smiley faces you get to pick from?
It has a balanced XLR output.
It is
Well,
pretty
okay.
cool.
Well, you know what? I should add it to my cart now. I'm all these others don't have balanced XLR analog outputs. It's just it's a common problem. Blue OS.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun. I've been the hi-fi shop here in town lent me the predecessor of this because I was like, is this going to be better? And MK and I were like, we both like it better. We both do. So, and we both feel it's a better experience. So I don't think it's placebo effect at all. I think it's real. I think it's going to enrich our musical lives. Hey, look, that's affordable. It's below $1,000.
Okay, well, those are two different words.
Qobuz is for the people.
Oh my God. Goki brand. This is Rob's red light. Rob goes to the hi-fi store and they tell him that it's better. No, it is. No, it is. It's fixing me. I can tell the difference between lossless. I can. No, my ears are better than yours.
Peter H. Jenkins, what sort of music place lends an entire music system? Do I have to put down a deposit? No, I just picked up and they lent it to me. They also lent me a couple center speakers to test drive, and I picked from one of those. Like it's super cool.
Damn.
Like they are it audiophile. It's a high trust world. The audiophile nerd thing. Plus, you have to remember, an audiophile shop like that. I suspect there is a bit of we would not show you the disrespect of demanding a deposit because at the upper end of what we sell, we are selling like $20,000 speakers. So there is a bit of like you don't annoy rich people that happens with that. I am not buying $20,000 speakers there, but they do have like they pick
I'm
up
not
stuff
buying
that people are like,
$20,000 speakers T-shirt is is making people ask questions about my.
Gandado making a very good point. The only people you can fence them to are them. That is also true. Like if suddenly something pops up on eBay, like because they're checking these listings, especially for like specialty stuff all the time, so they know how to do their own pricing. So yeah. Alice, you have the right of it. Everyone should subscribe to Remap so I can buy those $20,000 Steinways that I was being told about. Actually, those might not have been $20,000. Those might have been $200,000. Hang on, I need to look up.
If you want to enrich Rob's life, start canceling your sub. If you want to influence Rob's spending habits, consider canceling your Remap subscription.
I can't remember if Steinway makes some ridiculous speakers.
Go get some more coffee.
They go up pretty. They go pretty high.
Okay, not quite as high as you were saying. It looks like. Oh, thanks, Kenny Char. We're working our way there. Thanks for the 10 gifted subs.
Well, so the thing is, I'm not sure this is what I saw. Maybe, I don't know, because like what I saw was like.
Like Peter Jenkins' suggestion in the chat, new remap tiers around each remap member so we can pick which member to facilitate their worst habits. I want to put this in the Rob bucket. He's gonna get those speakers.
I'm not sure these are what I saw, because what I saw was like it was like a story and a half tall. It was like it towered above me standing next to it. So it was kind of weird. I didn't get a demo of it, which would have been cool. But yeah, so there is a bit like there's a wide variety covered at stores like this. So I think there's a bit of like hey, try this out, bring it back if you like it. You're gonna buy. You're more likely to buy something from us if you like it. So just try it out, emotionally bond with it, decide what you want to do.
Rob, I just want while we're in the midst of this, could you just go to a website called axpona.com?
Yes, Axpona.
Do you remember this?
Oh yeah.
Remember this? Do you remember this?
Are we going this year?
This year I've thought about it ahead of time.
Countdown to it.
220 listening rooms.
Oh my goodness.
This is like 20 minutes from my house.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That close?
I found it by looking at the convention center for something else that was near my place, and Rob and I have literally joked for 2+ years about getting him to come out to Axpona because they have listening parties. Listening rooms, but then also there are like, I don't know if they're doing it in 2026, but it sounded incredible.
It does sound neat. My concern, what if I would basically have to shred my credit cards before I set foot on the show floor. I couldn't be allowed
lock everything,
or I would just have to give, or I'd have to give Patrick my phone and my credit cards.
Yeah,
I would have an actual. We'd have to put. We'd have to record a podcast with MK, in which we establish some ground rules. Where I heard from the whole family.
Is the speaker
MK,
part of my hall pass?
But MK, I don't really trust you either. But we need to have a group conversation about this before Rob is brought into Axpona.
Yeah, it's because here's the thing that I know would get me.
How much does it cost to go to Axpona?
I would get us passes. I'm not worried about that part.
That's fair. I was just curious. That's not bad. That's
hell
normal.
yeah.
Gen
It's
Z ticket.
It's for the people.
There's a Gen Z ticket.
Oh, we could bring Natalie. So the thing that I am concerned that if I showed up, if I ever demoed this, there's a chance that if it's as good as I've heard people talk about them, I feel like somebody made electrostatic headphones, and I've heard there's some ridiculously good ones. And if they live to the billing, I might just that would be where they get me. I don't see the ones that there's more than there used to be, I think. Possibly because they learned that lots of people are marks.
I mean, the term electrostatic is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, so that could be that would be a Patrick. Here's all the things I use to spend money, and you can't return it to me till we've had dinner and a conversation. And maybe a meeting with a priest.
I think you would have to give me your phone as well, because I wouldn't be able to surely you have added a credit card to like Apple Pay, and like all the vendors are going to take tap to pay. I wouldn't be able to trust you on that, which also means like you got to take the watch off too, because if I'm in NFC distance to the phone, then you might just be using the watch to buy it while I think that I'm covering you.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah. You can't let. Yeah, it's true. You have to.
Do you think I could get the chat point? Do you think I could get the Gen Z ticket, even though I didn't? I know it says ID required, but like, look at me. Can I get away with it?
I think you get away with it.
Yeah, you could be 28.
I think it's possible.
Someone in chat shouted out some headphones that are encased in marble. You know about these?
Well, that doesn't sound pleasant.
The Sennheiser HE1.
Okay. What? Okay. Where's the... Doesn't Sennheiser have a website that? Okay.
Oh, it's electrostatic.
Hell yeah. I do not... Yeah, fine. All right. 75,000
Jesus Christ!
I mean, that's not USB.
Okay.
It could be cheaper, right?
Yeah.
No, it's the other way, unfortunately.
Damn.
Oh,
you got it. Shit. We have to look at all your shit you got to buy.
Well, that looks like a room we could go to.
Is that a waffle maker? What the fuck is that?
No, I think that's a turntable, Kata.
What?
2 turntables and a waffle maker.
You need
the
heavy
famous
duty
line.
You need heavy duty gearing to make sure it plays back as accurately and quietly as possible.
It doesn't have a top or anything right now. So you would, or is that enclosed? I cannot parse this machine. Okay, but the one there's the marble. I was looking. Where's the marble? There's the marble. It's part of the amp system.
Okay. There's no marble in the. Oh, so it's matched with an amp.
Yes, it is. It is both things together.
Okay.
You're buying the system, because you can't be using these wonderful headphones with just any amp.
Yeah, no, that's great. You know what? This makes me think better of these headphones. Like, because they already did the matching part. So yeah, this is
the amplifier sits on a housing crafted from glass and a solid block of Cara marble.
This luxurious natural stone, the type made famous by Michelangelo's Renaissance sculptures, lends beauty but also prevents structure-borne noise. To create a visually stunning design, control dials are painstakingly crafted to the highest quality. Each dial is milled from a single piece of brass before being plated with chrome. This is music turned into an object. Or an objet, even.
An objet.
Are there bigger marks than audiophiles? Is that like the biggest marks of the file community?
So, the thing I would emphasize is that the reason a lot of us know about like the various shit is for total marks in the audiophile community is from within the audiophile community.
Sure,
sure. There is a lot of snake oil there, but the annoying thing about like sound, like eventually, like stuff's going to become analog. Somewhere in the pipe, like it's a pipeline, something has to become analog. Everything. There are a lot of places where, if money's no object, you can indeed find a better way to like render and transmit these signals. Whether that difference is audible or meaningful depends a lot on listener, context, etc. But like, there's less snake oil than I think people think there is, but there's an absurd dedication to like wildly overspecking. And
that's that's sort of what I mean.
Yeah.
Is like not that they're, and that's when people in the chat are like, well, no, like the GOP or like MAGA. I was like, no. I'm talking about folks that are like coming from a sense, like in some ways, Mark is a derogatory version of like taking an obsession over some sort of like purity to such an nth degree. Are there people that go further than audiophiles?
I think there might be some
Cars
similarities.
is a decent, but cars start. So the difference is cars start expensive,
Right.
Like you can buy like. I don't have much nicer than AirPods. Like, now I am not anywhere, but I'm just saying, like, the bar, like the floor on audio these days is way better than it used to be, and then the ceiling. That's what I'm talking. Like, it's something where it's like you can be entry level and get something pretty good, but then you can just keep climbing, which I don't think is true for cars. Like, cars start expensive.
Here's the funny thing too. I think cars, it starts to like you can look at like a McLaren supercar, and it's absurdly expensive, but like you also can understand like those are that's a big expensive car with like lots of advanced materials and engineering behind it. Like, yeah, that would be crazy expensive. It'll do other things other cars can't. I think it's a little bit harder to sell people on like this amplifier that costs as much as a McLaren. It's the only way to get good power to your speakers. Like, I think that is just a harder sell. So I
not
do
even
think,
to your
like,
speakers,
audiophile-
to this specific set of headphones.
Okay, hold on. I think chat might have it. Okay, maybe not worse, but I feel equivalent. Wine.
Why?
So wine is an interesting one. I think you're right, especially because again, at the high end of that market, you are dealing with wine merchants,
right?
And then the entire thing becomes about perception of value. And I remember there was a book written by, I think it was like Confessions of a Wine Merchant or something, but basically it was a person like at the highest end of this. You are somebody who is professionally kissing the asses of very wealthy people. And what you are selling them on is the idea that like not only is this the greatest wine, they have to have it, but also that they are a special enough person that they can appreciate it. So like there's a lot of like flattery built into that. And I do think there's overlap with audiophile, like marketing in that territory too, where it's like this is other people couldn't appreciate the fine differences between this table red and this like $50,000 bottle red, but you can, and in fact you should. You should have this bottle. So I do think that's good.
Right. Like if you swapped what you just said but put in audio, it feels pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think there's that. I would also say I think I'm not sure the prices get as crazy with guns, but I do feel like firearms have a degree of this shit as well, where it's like kind of here's my precious fetish object. It does the same thing that a bunch of other firearms of this class do, but like this one is considerably more because of X like abilities, like like manufacturing quality or something. So I think there's a bit of that. Super Antonio, guitars. That's instruments are kind of weird though, right? Like there is a reason like concert like violinists are carrying around like $1 million string instruments. Like with music instruments, there is stuff that is like it may.
There's no enthusiast class. You're not doing that.
I think that's the difference. Like we're talking about an outright professional.
Yeah,
like at that point, where it's like, of course you would have a $10,000 guitar because, like whatever that like 2%, like that 0.005 difference is worth it to you because you actually take advantage of it as a talent.
Watch people. That's another good one.
Watch, that's a great one. Watch is a good one. Watch is a good one. That's a great comparison point.
Yeah.
But the reason, like I thought, well, because I guess this happens maybe less. Like the reason I was trying to find an interesting comparison point is, so like wine, art, other things that can scale up from cheap to expensive. At a certain point, people look at those things less as, like I think it was Gondato in the chat said earlier, like I can tell the difference meaningfully between like a $20 bottle of scotch and a $100 one. I don't know that I could tell you without training the difference between a $100 and a $200. And part of what Gondato pointed out was I like to buy the $40 one because then I'll actually drink it. It doesn't look like an investment to be wasted. It's like I bought it, I want to enjoy it. And Rob, you can answer this better than I could, but like an audiophile wants to use the objects they're spending absurd amounts of money on, as opposed to someone, let's say, buys an entire basement full of hundreds of $1,000s worth of wine. You walk down there and like they have only used 2 bottles, and it's like, well, I just like the object. It's an investment. Like audiophiles aren't necessarily like someone that buys this thing we're looking at, the Sennheiser setup. They're buying it to use it, right? Not as like an art installation object. And I think that's one of the fundamental differences on like the scale of where you can go with one of these hobbies is a lot of the hobbies, they eventually tap out on being a consumption, or like you're enjoying it because you like the arc turns to investment at some point. And it feels like that is maybe you're buying speakers that you're purchasing just as investments, but I feel like that's probably less the case with people who are even on the high end of purchasing of audiophiles.
So there is a bit of that, but I will say, like, as with a lot of hobbies, I think there's a lot of audiophiles who buy a lot of gear, and they never get to the part where they just sit around and enjoy their system. That never happens. That isn't that like that. You sit down like, now I'm happy. Now it just works. Instead, it is you buy a bunch of gear and you do critical listening and you tweak, and you're like, I don't know. I think
hasn't that ceased to be a hobby then?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, the hobby is the tweaking. The hobby is the tweaking.
They pretend like a true audiophile will spend like
I guess the purest form is that it's
to listen to the same 6 demo tracks they use to like judge audio systems. It'll be $100,000 to listen to these 6 pieces of music, and then be like,
Does it run Crysis?
I just don't know.
What is the audio equivalent of Crysis?
Yeah.
It's the Flaming Lips album that has 7 sources. Oh my god, can I listen to that at Axpona? Is there a Flaming Lips?
Lips.
Holy shit, that would be awesome.
Oh my god.
I think... Hang on, let me see. Would this go in my living room? I don't think it would. I think just stylistically, it's not super...
Rob, what's your go-to? Do you have the Crysis equivalent for a piece of audio equipment? What is your, like, this is my room, room tone. Like, this is what I judge. Do you have a version of that?
No, because, like, I've never... Like, so the thing that I'm kind of up against is the fact that, like, the big Carver speakers are weird speakers in and of themselves. Like, that's not a good baseline speaker because they don't perform. Like, if you just wanted like studio calibrated like baselines, you'd never use Carver loudspeakers for that. Okay. So I already have like my point of reference is a really unusual sort of setup.
No, but I mean a piece of music. I mean a piece of music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, there are. Yeah, there's definitely.
Okay, I thought it was like I like the equivalent of like buying a new graphics card. You play Bioshock.
No.
Crisis.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I meant of like a track or an artist or an album that's like, okay, now I've got this new thing. I want to see how this sounds through it.
Like I'm always going to listen to One for the Vine by Genesis because there's a lot happening on that track and it's like really dynamic. And so you're going to have like, it's going to be like, how hard does the bridge hit? in this song. How like so that's going to be that is a good test track. What is it? Variations on a Theme by Thomas Tallis is a good one. But yeah, there's definitely like a few tracks I return to a lot, but and that is helpful. You'll get a lot from that, but it is because we just went through this setting up our system, and it was really fun. By the way, like MK and I spent like an entire night just hanging out, listening to some of our favorite music, and being like, but there are so many sliders effectively that you can play with, like. Okay, like baseline. Some speakers are more sensitive to where they are placed in the room than others.
Sure.
Some are more sensitive to how they're aligned to the listener than others. Okay. And so the first thing is like, are your sound settings off, or do you just need to nudge that speaker just a little bit? And that shit can make a huge difference. The Carver is notorious for this. They're hypersensitive to that. And then once you got that dialed in, well, now you've got like.
Well, wait, are the Carvers not supposed to be like dead on, like straightforward? Are they also the speakers adjusted at different angles based on like your like? Hey, this is where you and I usually sit on the couch. So sit there, and then are the two speakers adjusted at different like versions of like a 45-degree angle to hit at the right angle based on where you usually sit? Okay.
Yeah. We've got so, but the thing about the Carvers, this really threw us. So in this, like, for instance, in this picture, this room is not big enough for the Carvers. the Carvers need to be, we discovered this too. We were like, we don't want the Carvers to block this window. We would have ideally preferred to have them sit closer to the TV. Sounded like shit. Like just absolute ass.
Yeah.
Had to move the Carvers to completely other sides of the room. So now there's like 20 feet between the Carvers. Choir of Angels. They sound incredible. Am I blocking a window? Yes, absolutely. The Carvers. Like, no, you don't get to look at the woods. You don't get to look at the woods. Look at your speaker.
No. Oh my god.
So like, you've got stuff like that, and then you're doing things like how like adjusting the like, you know, are you punching up the mid range or tamping it down and stuff like that, like changing the curve on sort of the sound reproduction, and so you're dialing that stuff in, and so like all that stuff has to be considered with every piece of gear, and it's kind of maddening. And I understand like this is why I think like there's a point where the audiophile hobby becomes like your Captain Ahab of music. Like you're just out there and it's like, please, we want to go home. This is we've gone too far. And it's like, no, there's another piece of kit out there that will allow us to play this music the way it's meant to be heard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So are you gonna buy the electrostatic HE1?
No, not tempted. Well, I shouldn't say that. I want to hear them, and then I want to know if I can steal them.
Rob,
no,
we can just. Rob, we'll just do a Schaumburg, Illinois. I know exactly where we could go. There's like a cluster of restaurants and bars that are not far from the convention center. We could go. We could do a Chicago remap meetup and also go to Axoma or whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's probably not happening. Okay. The other thing I will give some of the high end audiophile stuff is this. Like nice cars, it holds its value better. So like my nice AV receiver, which I spent way too much money on, I could still get $3,000 back on that.
Damn.
But my considerably less expensive receiver is basically paperweight if I try to get rid of it, right? Like it cost me like $700. it's like a "does anyone want this for free" type thing on Facebook. Like there's nothing there. So that is the thing that does sort of self-sustain about this hobby a little bit is the nicer stuff you can turn around and be like, I've gotten my use out of it, or it wasn't right for me, and you'll get a decent fraction of what you spent back. I'm not getting the moon. I'm not getting $10. I'm not getting little IKEA cube speakers either.
I'm gonna buy 15 of them and have them shipped to your house.
You son of no. I can't pollute my ears with that. This is why you have tinnitus and I don't.
When you invite me to your place, I'm going to bring one with me, and I'm going to hide it somewhere in your house.
Look at this, like Vinny Bush's relatively small soundstage aside, the HE1 elevated every song I threw at it. It makes music sound complete, for lack of a better word. It didn't matter much if they were if they were poorly mixed and mastered. The HE1s powered through it. In that sense, the HE1 is unusually forgiving of bad recordings compared to other high-end headphones. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought the Calsups were what we were talking about, not the Moondrops or something else. All right. What are the Moondrops?
I don't know. That's what I was looking.
Moondrop.
They're just... Rob would never. Rob would never.
I'm for the people. Yeah, these look nice. Maybe they're great. I don't know.
You'll never find out because they'll never go in your fucking ears.
Well, I don't like earbuds, and me don't get along super well. Like my ears slowly evict any. I've never found one that stays in. Like just over the course of me listening to it, my ear will just be like, "Get out, earbud, get out."
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, should we look?
I don't know.
Any more CES? You want to scroll through real quick, see if anything else strikes our eye before we hop out of here?
You gotta look up the rollable OLED laptop.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why is there a cheeseburger there?
Oh,
I think we're gonna find out.
Whoa.
I think we're gonna find out. Wait, Tom's Hardware at the top there.
Oh yeah.
Tom's. All right. Tom.
The true Toms, real Toms, not this
Didn't they get
false
bought?
Toms.
Tom's Hardware. I bet they got bought by CNET at some point. Is this a Ziff Davis publication now? That seems like that's the inevitable.
Yeah.
This looks like
conclusion
a
of any of these
future layout
websites.
to me.
Yeah,
This looks like future
yeah.
layout to
The
me.
headline looks very familiar to something from CNET.
I think Antonio Benedetto is in there in chat. So let me refresh. I'll refresh the CES thing, Antonio.
Shout outs. The top. I just needed you to look at the. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There it is.
Wait, we have a
Antonio had you. I hope you had a good CES. I hope you didn't get sick.
Can you comp Rob a Verge subscription? Don't watch the start of the
sounds
chat.
tired.
Watch the start of the stream, Antonio.
Okay, so yeah,
Can't even get one from my wife. You know what?
Oh shit,
Antonio, I'll buy your wife a Verge subscription. You know, let me know.
This here is the Asus Zephyrus Duo. It's the new dual-screen gaming laptop from Asus. Asus has made the Zephyrus Duo before, but initially had just one full-size screen and one lower strip of the screen. Now you get full dual 16-inch 3K OLEDs, 120 hertz, top and bottom. And what this allows you to do is take the whole keyboard deck off, have a dual screen top and bottom or side-by-side setup. great for productivity. And yeah, gaming, you could put your game up top, your work down below, or put your Discord chat right down there. Yeah, you get a dual screen experience.
Upper Sec finally
and a
good
pretty
DS
damn
emulation
portable
on
laptop.
PC.
So it's kind of like Asus just took its Zephyrus G16,
Yes,
fairly thin and light gaming laptop that a lot of us really big fans of, and cloned the screen from top to bottom. So it allows you all kinds of handy multi-screen
How powerful could this be? This
uses,
feels like
even
you're only
without
running
an
emulation
additional
on
monitor
it.
attached. You can use the keyboard deck and trackpad wirelessly, so you can even put this on your lap if you want to. You can set the screens side by side, top and bottom like this, or even fold it back in tent mode and share your screen with someone else. It goes up to RTX 5090 graphics. Should be fairly powerful, though not as powerful as the G16 it's based on. Now, this is a gaming laptop, but unfortunately we can't run any games on it right now. I would say since this is
Gaming
Zephyrus
laptop.
and since this is a kind of a known formula, I do have high expectations for it. We'll have to see how it all pans out when we get to test it.
Is this the
no
biggest
pricing is finalized
yes,
for
that's ever
Asus
been made?
announcements, so we're waiting on that too. I do expect that getting 2 monitors, you're going to be paying a premium for it. To me, this is like such a great evolution of this formula. The old Zephyrus Duo was a pretty niche device, and I'm sure this will be too. But I don't know. This is just one that
Wait, what
speaks
was
to
the
me.
old-
I love big monitors and multi-monitor setups, but a lot of times I just got to work on a
Zephyrus?
laptop. Here you get a multi-monitor setup with
MD
keyboard and trackpad.
3123,
in a
this
very
actually grew out of a
compact
Battleship
package that was
edition
easy
that
to
got
slide
really
into
out
your
of
bag.
hand. That was immediately my first thought. My first thought, we folded it over and 2 people could use it. I was like, that's neat.
Some of the price estimations are like $2,500. So, interesting.
Lenovo is the Lenovo Legion Pro.
Oh, this is the rollable.
It's a 16-inch gaming
Oh.
laptop that extends horizontally from 16 inches
Oh my God.
all the way out to 24 inches.
Oh shit,
So you go
Rob!
from a normal 16
Rob's,
by 10
this is the I think it's the closest we've gotten on
Yeah.
Rob buying a
Oh,
device.
it kept going.
This concept is coming in a little hot, so we're playing with it. And
Oh, you, oh, they Kato, they relate to CES with it because it wasn't ready. Sign me up for a launch edition. Give me the first production run.
That thing was a pretty
Let me
smooth
at
experience
it.
for the most part. But while it's a little clunky and a little rough around the edges,
Just
What
like
is it
me,
doing?
like,
Can you-
like all of us.
the idea
Hey,
that
can you,
get
like-
a gaming laptop that can change?
Yeah,
forms,
Antonio,
go
like,
from
show us the side. Like,
extended
what-
to
where's it coming
ultra-wide,
from?
Dabble ultra wide for games.
What
and
is
for
happening?
productivity
Where's that monitor
supports
hidden?
It or makes sense for it. So you almost get like a dual monitor.
I assume it's actually
experience
just
in
rolling
one
up in the back,
chunky
right?
gaming laptop.
But then what happens
It is
when
a
you fold
chunker.
it?
It is over 6 pounds. I believe their spec is under 3 kilos. It's hefty, but it isn't that much bigger.
Is that a lot that gave the
that much
laptop
chunkier
poppers?
than the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i that it's based on.
Hey,
It's just
not
mostly
that
like
Will
the-
Smith.
So yeah, it's another rollable.
Thanks for the
but I think
raid.
This one is really cool. I think doing the horizontal form factor. Is
Rob,
what
we were
a lot
told
of
to
people
ask
want.
about the
So,
Dang
raid.
as for this, I've kind of wanted it myself, so I'm pretty stoked to see it. I would like to be able to dabble with an ultra wide, but not be stuck with that form factor all the time.
That's really cool.
So what do you think? Would your rollable ideally go up? Or
Wait, can you
down,
full screen
or
this
side to
and,
side?
and let us look at the video as it's
No,
happening
so he
again?
he said go to the post. There's actual pictures that will give us a better. Can you click on?
Well,
No, there's I think like a. Yeah, that. Maybe click on that. The dog wants you to get it, Rob. Oh, so are they is it sliding?
Yeah,
back?
yeah. Yeah, it's like a little
Scroll down.
Wild.
We're told. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Huh.
So it's like nested in there. And it comes out.
You can see inside the lid. You should not be able to see
See
inside the
inside
lid.
That's very good. Oh my
That's a
God.
good. See, that's a good use of captions. That's a good use of captions.
So that's where it's hiding. That's very fun
Interesting.
though to watch it extend.
Well, it does feel like this is the inevitable. Like this is where a lot of tech just is going in the next 10 years. Is there's nowhere else to go with like the regular like form factor of like the phone and the tablet. So
Yeah.
then all the engineering energy seems to be going into more modular, modifiable concepts that let you do multiple things. That all seems very expensive. And like as Antonio said, you should not be able to see inside the lid. Like just one dust particle gets in there and the whole thing falls apart.
Go back to the TikTok. I want to watch the video, but bigger. Let's full screen this. I want to see large in biggin.
Nope. All right. Where is the volume? There it is.
It's a 16-inch gaming laptop that extends horizontally from 16 inches to 21.5 inches, all the way up to 24 inches. So you go from a normal 16 by 10 laptop to an ultra wide.
We're all getting this
one
laptop.
step in between.
It looks so smooth.
This concept is coming in a little hot, so we're playing with it, and we don't actually have any games to play on it. And the motors are a bit loud, not like last year's, and definitely not like the ThinkBook that.
That's not as bad as your current. That's about the same as your
while
current.
While it's a little funky and a little rough around the edges,
leave my OLED
the
Flex
concept here
alone.
is awesome. The idea that you get a gaming laptop that can change forms, go from a standard dimension to an ultra wide, dabble ultra wide for games and for productivity that supports it or makes sense for it. So you almost get like a dual monitor experience in just one chunky gaming laptop. It is a chunker. It is over 6 pounds. I believe their spec is under 3 kilos. It's hefty, but it isn't that much bigger and that much chunkier than the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i that it's based on. It's just mostly a little thicker, a little heavier. So yeah,
So
it's another
imagine
rollable,
you're at the
but
cafe.
I do think this one is really cool. I think doing the horizontal form factor
You hit
is
extend.
what a lot of people want. I've seen
And
commenters
then you
ask
bring
for
your
this.
racing
I've kind of
wheel.
wanted it myself, so I'm pretty stoked to see
Up
it.
onto the
I would like to
cafe,
be
like
able to dabble with
coffee
ultra
table.
wide, but not be stuck with that form factor all the time.
Oh my god.
So what do you think? Would your rollable ideally go up, or down, or side to side? So this year's big proof of concept for Lenovo is the
JR,
Lenovo
imagine you're on the
Legion
plane
Pro
and your seat
rollable.
neighbor does
It's
this.
a 16-inch gaming
I'd be
laptop
thrilled to meet a
that
kindred
extends
spirit.
horizontally.
That's me. I'd be like, this flight's gonna be great.
You go.
It's gonna be a really special flight.
You have your laptop set up on like the seat next to it, and it begins to cover your screen real estate.
Will points out everyone, including Will, is concerned this is just like more ways for the thing to break.
Sure,
but I don't know. Like I feel like the first foldable phones, right, did have like a pretty high failure rate, but I don't hear about that anymore. Like
that
it
presumes people are
seems like
buying
the
them. Are people buying them, or they're just making them?
I don't know.
When's the last time you saw a foldable phone out in the wild?
Yeah,
Not that long ago, actually.
See,
Ren has one.
Okay, well,
I could not get over the crease. I was like, no, I don't think this will ever be for me.
Well, if they got rid of that, right? It's one of those things that is why get ahead of, like, my phone is just fine right now. I like the concept, but like, if, call me back when they figure that shit out.
I think they're neat. I think this is a cool idea. I think this seems like really cool. Like, that seems fun. Hang on, is there anything in the article about like what's its refresh rate? What is what can this thing do?
Well, it's a concept. I don't think it's a device you can buy yet.
There was a different rollable that did come out though. Like it's actually released, right?
The ThinkBook Plus.
I guess that would be, yeah. Well, Will's in the chat. He said that he's got. Was it a PC World? There was a foldable, but it goes vertically as opposed to horizontally. Oh, there you go.
I'm less excited by that. That feels like it's for work. That feels like it's for doing like spreadsheets.
Yeah.
No, it's for shmups, obviously.
Again, emulation.
Damn, that's so. Yes, you're right.
I'm gonna play Pac-Man on that shit.
Now, if this thing had an optical out, we could probably connect it to our Sennheiser HE1.
Right.
Well, we'd probably need something to take that signal and then kick it out to the amp. But when are they going to make a laptop with RCA jacks on the back? That's my question.
The RCA.
Is there a
Oh my
USB to
God.
RCA? Can you get like a converter?
That definitely exists. I don't think it's USB though.
Well, I mean, that's just a tiny little DAC is what you're dealing with at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
There is a USB to RCA adapter that you can buy.
Yeah. But also, Patrick, again, like there's kind of no upper limit you can spend on a DAC. Like you could have one that's just like USB in and sound come out. You just do that, sure. Or you could spend a little more and get something that will carefully and lovingly convert that digital signal to analog signals for the RCA. But you would need really good digital analog converter like hardware in there.
Someone much earlier was saying, when I was asking, like, what are their equivalents to audiophiles? And there was an adjacent, I guess it's in the audiophile category, but I don't know how much you fall into this, Rob, and maybe we can conclude on this. But they said people who are really into speaker wires. And so I started looking up, like, what is the most expensive speaker cable you can buy? Now, I don't know if this Rasina Tech article is on the up and up, but it says the Asna's Speaks D TC Gold Signature speaker cable is $108,000.
Sorry, what's that brand again?
Asna's ANSUZ DTC Gold Signature. Now, maybe that's just some bullshit. This looks like a ChatGPT article, but I'm wondering what is the upper limit on audiophile speaker cables.
So again, like when you're the thing that really got people were dragging audiophiles for this stuff is because, like, remember there's a point where there was like gold plated HDMIs and
monster
shit?
cables. Yeah. That was like, do you see the Best Buy? Yeah.
But the crucial thing is when you're dealing with analog signal, you can theoretically get more out of a better cable with better shielding. Like there are theoretically like benefits to be had from a more expensive, like better engineered cable.
Jesus Christ.
Those benefits hit the end well before you reach this tier of cable.
No, go over to the third one in. Look at the third one in, Rob.
Okay.
Enter the house of stereo.
Excuse me? How many? What?
This product cannot be sold online.
Please call our store to purchase.
Maybe BH has it.
Who signed it? Who signed it? Whose signatures are those?
No, oh damn, those are signatures.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
This is the gold signature cable.
But who are the signatories?
I don't know. Keep going.
It's not gonna say.
They're not gonna tell. Who
It
signed?
can just be anyone.
Asna's cables.
Not that Will Smith. Did you guys ever read the WAPO story with the guy who destroyed all the relationships in his life, making $1 million audio listening room? Incredible. I can see it.
I'm sure y'all could hunt him down at that con and get an interview.
Well, hang on. So this dude,
I heard this saying recently. I think it was the CEO.
This is a harrowing. So this guy's a fun. This guy's a fun YouTuber of audio shit. But this is a harrowing listen. Where he, like, the thing you have to understand
is cautionary table. Like, the cautionary table.
Yeah, like basically getting credit cards when you're too young, and then moving to LA and realizing you're an audiophile nirvana and going just absolutely batshit with like audio stuff. But like this is a sort of a harrowing trip through like a spiral. But apparently he was on the cusp of making the greatest listening room ever made when his house is possessed. If only he'd been able to finish it.
Oh my god!
If only he'd been able to finish it.
Oh no!
I'm always saying. Terrifying.
So yeah, this is like the. I think frequently a lot of audiophile stuff has strong divorced energy.
Mm-hmm. Gotta fill the void with something. Why not with beautiful Steely Dan at the highest possible quality?
But here's crucial. But here's a crucial thing though.
Yes.
A lot of audiophile stuff also says, I'm secure in this point in my life. I'm going to live here with my loved ones for a long time.
Is that
and so
what...
sometimes it has divorced energy, but sometimes it has mated for life energy. And it's like...
Is that what just the pre-divorced people are telling themselves with the latest audiophile purchase?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Patrick nailed it at all, Will. I think Patrick's wrong.
I think everyone's misunderstanding where Rob was trying to point this situation at.
Yeah, point to the Arrested Development meme. Did it work? Did buying $50,000 in speaker cable work for anybody else? No. But it could work for us. And by us, I mean me.
Well, maybe we should leave it there.
What a stream. Wonderful. Yeah, we had to pivot at the last second from RV there yet. We'll get back to it. But this was we were going to do this next week.
The game. I said we should have just beaten the game, but
I just do it without Dan.
Instead, we do this.
We thought we were beating RV there yet, and then apparently we still have like a third of the game to go. So we'll Psycho. Sometimes I think every once in a while psychoacoustic comes up, and I think it's a made-up term, and then I remember that we did a whole thing where I discovered it wasn't a made-up thing. But Remap Radio will be coming your way tomorrow, and Letter Series we finished it early, so we sent it out early, so you can listen to, or rather read Rob and I talking about making lists in our homes for activities and chores we'd like to get done, and sometimes do, oftentimes don't. And then next week we'll be starting our Game of the Year podcast. So wrapping up our homework, even though honestly you probably have several more weeks to experience the homework, because I think that'll be at least 3 podcasts before we get through 5 people's top 10 lists. We the first of those we did it with 3 people, then we did it with 4, and now we're going to be at 5. So we might be doing Game of the Year till the end of 2026 at the rate we've done these podcasts in the past. So well, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back next week with more streams. Enjoy your weekend. Fuck the Packers.